It's recording now. So we just did this podcast and the audio didn't record. So this is our second take at it. It's our first podcast. We were planning on making mistakes anyway. Let's just get the first one out of the way.
Religion and politics. That's what this podcast is about.
That is exactly what this podcast is not about.
Oh.
So anyway, we're going to start over. My name is Will. I am the owner of the channel. We decided we're going to add some mini podcasts to it, like 2 to 3 of them a week, about 8 to 10 minutes each. This is my co-host, Jake. He's one of my best friends. We've been friends for probably 3 years, I guess.
Yeah.
We met at the bars when the bars were a thing. They're no longer a thing, thanks to this lockdown, which is also thanks for birthing this podcast, because if I was just stuck at home, I would be depressed as fuck. So I started. That's the original reason why I started the YouTube channel, is because I can't just sit there and do nothing. I own a cleaning business. I started it about 5 years ago, and when the lockdown first happened, I was just stuck in my house, bored, playing Warzone and getting my ass kicked at Warzone, Call of Duty.
Dude, I'm only good at stabbing people. I don't know. Like, I gotta ask how to even shoot a gun on there.
Dude, my KD used to be like a 3.8.
I don't even know what a KD is. I think that's Kevin Durant. That's my favorite basketball player.
It's kill death ratio. Like, that's I killed 3.8 people before I died. That's what it was.
Mine's usually negative 3.8.
Well, now mine, because I've gotten older and everyone's gotten way better, my KD in Warzone is like a 1.4, maybe a 1.4. My KD in Blackout, which was the last Call of Duty like battle royale, was a 2.5 or something like that, which was okay. It was not the greatest, and now it's even worse. So I'm just on my peak is in my past.
I won't even play the live because I just feel like right when you respawn, you just get killed instantly. So I'm just like, what's the point?
Dude, that's what mine is.
That's why I like drinking at bars, but you're not allowed to do that now. You don't want to be super spreaders. Also, my nickname in high school.
Dude.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Dude, so what our goal is like I said, to do 2 to 3 8 to 10 minute podcasts a week. If you guys would, it'd be super dope if you would just go onto my Instagram and DM me some ideas, some topics and stuff. And if I think it's interesting, we'll talk about it. Like, I got a list of stuff here that we can just kind of reference off of and give us stuff to talk about. But 8 minutes kind of flies by. So even though we've already done 8 minutes and it got erased,
Second time's better then.
hopefully. I know that it's going to be kind of rough the first times. Like, we're holding mics that are not meant to be handheld, but hey, it's a handheld mic at this point. But some of the stuff we were talking about, and we're just going to kind of glaze over it, is we talked about the Capitol building being overran. Like, we got to mention it because it's like the biggest thing in the news, but we're not going to talk about it much because
We're actually going there next week, aren't we?
yeah, round 2. No, you keep saying that and someone's going to kick in our door. No, but it's just crazy. This is the craziest time ever, and it's just embarrassing. We're talking about Logan Paul versus Mayweather, which, how crazy.
Overrated. What?
Mayweather's definitely not overrated.
He's not overrated. He's just boring as hell.
I don't think so. I think he's one of the greatest fighters of all time.
I mean, he definitely is. It just, he should have lost to Pacquiao, and he should have lost to that other Mexican guy that he cheap shotted, when he was getting his ass kicked, and then they touch gloves and he just swings right away. I don't mind Mayweather.
Was that Ortiz? Or
I think it was Ortiz.
I think so.
But no, I like Mayweather. I just like fighters that actually punch.
Well, I watch, as you know, I'm more into UFC, like way deep into UFC. Not as of recently too much, but I still keep up with it. I still watch like the play-by-plays, and we were taking some road trips when this COVID thing happened, but that kind of flopped. We were doing just like weekend road trips, trying to fill our time, and
Drove to Chicago, and then the day we get up there, it gets locked down at 9 p.m.
everything's just shut down. So it was just like a waste of a trip. Was that Chicago whenever we watched the UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, we drove all the way to Chicago. We get to our hotel and there's fucking bunk beds. We bunk beds in a shared room during a pandemic.
We're
There's
not gay.
a shared room.
We're not gay.
As far as there's nothing wrong with being gay.
There's not.
You're gonna get people attacking you. No,
I'm just throwing it out there.
we're super straight. It's just
We just keep talking about it. There's
that's
nothing.
super. Like that makes it more suspect. It's like I promise. His nickname used to be Super Spreader, but
I
not
already
because of
mentioned
that.
joke.
That's what I'm saying. I want to lead in with like where we
I have a
exited.
joke.
Do you have a joke? You got a joke you want to say? Let's see how good this joke is.
So I heard this is on a comedian. He's like, butt sex is a lot like spinach. If you're forced to have it as a kid, you won't enjoy it as an adult.
I fucking heard that. I don't remember where I
I
heard
think
it.
it's Daniel Tosh. That's like one of my favorite comedians.
We can't just recycle people's jokes on.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. Can you? I swear it was mine. Never mind.
Now you're just gonna
Shout
steal
out
it.
Daniel Tosh.
Now you're just gonna steal it. I got this joke that someone else already did, but I'm gonna steal it.
I shouted Daniel Tosh out. He could be our first subscriber.
Yeah, well, we know we're not gonna get many views right off the bat, but once we get better, hopefully we start gaining some traction and people keep coming back. Especially if you guys give us topics. Like I said, we are totally down to do that.
We'll dissect the bat on here if we need to. Find out where that COVID really came from.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I think PETA will be knocking on the door at that point.
I
So what
kill
you're
bugs
saying-
for a living anyway.
So you've said you hate gays.
no,
Nickname used to be
definitely
Super
don't.
Spreader. And
That's
now you want
true.
to torture animals.
I mean, the bats have already killed like a million people. So.
I don't think they killed 1 million yet. Yeah, who knows? All right, so as our first take, we have successfully failed to record the audio.
I mean, it might have failed in general, but I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, we recorded 8 minutes. Now we're completely lost on what we've actually recorded. I know some of the stuff that's for sure in here. I don't know if everything's in here. But this is our first attempt, and we will definitely keep it going. We're just going to get better. We know we suck right now, but if you watch us, thanks.
Herpes.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I am wearing
2. No, 10. 10.
10. Number 10. No. 4. It's 4.
It's 8.
Three,
6,
six,
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 8, 9.
It was one of them. I'll get shocked.
Oh yeah, let's see.
He's gonna tell.